We're going to run through exercise 28 in the Rhino Level 1 manual. So open up a new file, inches, small objects. I'm going to set a couple of layers. I'm going to set my center line 1 to yellow, mostly because that's easier to see. And then I'm going to go ahead and set layer 2 to red so that I have that to work with. Now I'm going to start at 0, 0 with my first center line using the line from midpoint tool. And I'm just going to make my center line marks here. Whoops. Undo. I need to make sure that I am in the yellow layer to do that. So try that again. There we go. And there we go. I look at the picture or the diagram, and the next one is 2.5 inches over. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to set the middle of the line at 2.5, 0. And again, I'm just making small lines. Next one is another 2.5 inches over. So enter 5, 0 is where the center of that one's going to be at. Oops. There we go. And then if I do the math right, the next one is going to be at 7 inches. So 7, 0. And it's going to be the same thing again. So there's all my middle center lines. Now I have to do a little bit of math to get the ones on the arm done. But the next one, so we're going to hit enter again, and it's going to be over 0.5 inches because that's the radius of the top curve. So x is going to be 0.5, comma, and then it's going to be 1.75. So right there, same thing. I'm just going to make small center line marks, and then I have to do a little bit more math yet for the next one. But if I do that right, it's going to be at x 2.5, so enter 2.5, comma, and it's going to be 2.25 on the y-axis. So I'll go right there and right there. So I have those set up now. Instead of redrawing them down here, I'm going to select those, and I'm going to type mirror. I'm just going to pick 2 points here, and now I have all my center lines. So I'm going to move to the red layer, and I can start drawing the stuff in using my straight line and my angle tool. So I'm going to start right here's the first one. We need a radius of 1.25, so I'm going to do 0, 1.25. And there's that. It's a half circle, so we'll pull it down to there. And I need my polyline tool, and we need a 1/2 inch line. Whoops, chose the wrong one there. Let's try that again right there. R 0, 0.5. Okay, hit enter. Use my arc tool again. Drag that out to there and then up because I need a 1/2 inch radius. This one's going to be 1 inch long, so R1, 0. Hit enter. Go back to my arc tool. We need a 1 inch radius, so we're 1 inch from here to there. And it's at 90 degrees, so I'm going to drop that down. Now, instead of adding the straight line, since I don't know where that's going to go, I'm going to use my arc tool again. I'm going to do my 1.25 radius. So from here, R 0, 1.25. It's going to start right there. I'm going to pull that down until I get a half circle. Now I can add in my polyline there. And I'm going to do the same thing down on the bottom half here. Select the polyline. It's going to be a 1/2 inch. And use the arc. And then my next polyline is going to be 1 inch long. And then another arc. It's going to be 1 inch. And then all I have to do is use my polyline to join that back up and hit enter. So my outside's done. Now I need to do the inside. I'm going to use the circle tool, and this one's going to have a 0.75 radius. Make sure it says radius up here. Punch in 0.75, enter. There's my circle. Same thing, I'm going to use the arc, get the 2 half circles drawn in here. So I'm going to start at this one and go R 0, 0.5. That's where it started. I need a half circle. Same thing on the other side. 0, oops, R, 0, 0.5. And half circle. Then use my polyline tool to get those joined together. Hit enter. I'm going to shut off my center lines. And there's what we should have. Next step would be to highlight it all and extrude planar curve.